How tough is it playing against Navy, sitting on the sidelines and watching long drives and keeping yourself from feeling like I've got to make a big play, I've got to make something happen, you know, as soon as I get back out on the field?
Yeah, it's definitely tough, and that's what we talked about going into it. As far as we can't force things. We just got to take what's given to us. That's why we took the ball. We won the coin toss. We wanted the ball. We obviously wanted to start with points and start on a good drive, not a 3 and out. We want to keep the defense off the field as much as we can, especially during the Navy game, where they know they're going to be on the field more than the usual game. It was definitely tough to start off those first 2 drives. But yeah.
It seemed like what was Navy doing in the back end? You don't look, frazzled or confused much. It seems like there were a couple plays where they seemed to do something different for you.
Yeah, no. All week we had game plan for what they had showed us on film, which was 3 down, drop 8, and then we get out there in first place, 4 down with 2 safeties, and we didn't expect much of that. And so once we saw that, we knew that our game plan that we had was basically scrapped, and we just needed to get back to our base stuff. It took us a little bit. I think it took us a couple drives, 3 or 4 drives, to kind of really figure out what we wanted to do and how we wanted to do it. But at the end of the day, we just needed to execute what we do. When teams are going to throw different stuff at us, but we just need to be able to handle it, control it, and take a deep breath and go out and play. I think we kind of got a little frazzled right there at the beginning, and that's where you might have seen the couple false starts, couple penalties. So we needed to clean that up. Yeah.
Coach, we talked about onside kicks. Is that a similar thing? Are you expecting defenses each week because of where you guys are ranked to maybe try and throw something different at you?
Teams got to do what they got to do to win, and if that's an onside kick in special teams, we take pride in our special teams here at Cincinnati. Just like offense, defense got to be ready for anything. Special teams has to be ready for anything. So standing out there on the sideline, of course, to see one of the first kicks be an onside kick, it's startling for me. But luckily we did a great job of recovering the one. Yeah.
This team is so mature and experienced. Without that, do you think you guys win on Saturday?
No. I think we have a great group of leaders, great group of seniors. And you talk about not being frazzled and helping people calm down and stay under control. And I think myself and the other seniors really do a good job of keeping the team calm and under control, and to know what we came here to do, and that's obviously to get a win. So when things might not go our way or might not go how we planned it, to be able to kind of hone back in and lock in for the game, and that time that we had left, it was huge for us.
Is there one big thing you learned from that game? I mean, I know it's kind of a unicorn with the triple option, but is there something you learned from that game? That's one big thing you take away?
Yeah, I would just say execution. Like I said, it doesn't matter what's thrown at us. At the end of the day, we got to execute. And, I felt like we left a lot out on the table. Like you said, it's a unicorn of a defense to play, and it was a great defense. They brought at us. They have great players, but at the end of the day, it's all about execution. And I felt like we didn't do a good enough job of doing that, and I think it showed.
You've spent a lot of time after practice with Josh trying to make sure you guys are connected and get on the same page. How much does that propel things forward to have some plays where you can get him in the end zone?
Yeah, might have to buy him a dinner here and there to keep a smile on his face, or maybe he likes massages, so I might have to get him a massage. But
You didn't
no,
give him a massage.
I'm not gonna give him a massage. I'll get him a massage, but no, Josh is a hard worker. He knows his time. That it doesn't matter whether it's Lenny or whether it's Josh. I think they do a great job of battling their emotions of one game Josh has this, and one game LT has this. And they do a good job of not, fighting over each other or fighting over playing time. And, I think they're just seeing all their hard work pay off. They didn't see the ball very much early in the season. I think as we go down here on the road and finish up this home game or these final few games, that I think they'll see it more, and it's just kind of going to flow.
Was Josh bummed that the ref kind of stepped on his dance on the second touchdown?
Yeah, so I think it was going into halftime. We were right there, letting Navy go up the ramp, letting them go into halftime, and the ref was over there, and Josh was like, like you had to kill my vibe. You had to, like, why'd you have to do that? He was like, you know, it was just a little too much and this and that. He was like, I'm just trying to have fun out here. And, you know, that's all Josh is, you know, and that's all the game's about, is having fun. And he's one of the best at, you know, having fun out there on the field while also staying locked in. So I'm sure you'll see some more of that once he gets in the end zone.
I know you still won, but when you have a game like that where you don't play your best and it's a lot closer than probably what people thought when you thought it would be, do you guys get more eager to get out there to practice today and get to Saturday and just put it all on the field again?
Oh, for sure. You know, we always talk about not taking winning for granted, because winning's not easy. But, you know, when we came into the locker room, there was a different vibe. You know, the music was still going, but, you know, it just seemed like the people weren't there. And then, you know, coming in on Sunday, it was like, okay, you know, people are excited, ready to work. And I think that shows the maturity of our team, shows where we're at. And, you know, that shows that, you know, we're going for something bigger and something better. And, you know, you also got to say you can't take, you know, anything for granted, like we say every week. You can't look past any opponent, because we know every opponent's going to give us our best. So, you know, just being able to stay focused and stay locked in each and every week, and just know that you can keep improving. You know, we're not 100% perfect. We didn't have a 100% completion percentage or 100% of, you know, our plays with positive yards. So there's always ways we can improve and always ways we can get better. And, you know, I think that's just, like I said, shows the maturity of our team, and shows, you know, how focused we are and how determined we are.
We've gotten accustomed to these long Jerome touchdown runs, but like he's not even getting touched on them. Is that pretty much the highest compliment an offensive line can have?
Oh, for sure. Our line does a great job of, you know, I think displacing the defensive line and moving the line of scrimmage. And you know, it just makes it easier on me. It makes it easier on Rome and all the other running backs. But, you know, I asked Coach Crook one day, I said, you know, as an O-lineman, does it feel any different from a passing touchdown rather than a rushing touchdown? He said, oh, yeah, of course. Like, you know, the rushing touchdowns feel a whole lot better. You know, Coach Brown chimed in, our wide receivers coach, and said, you know, for a receiver, it doesn't matter whether it's passing or rushing. So that was kind of funny. But no, you know, props to the O-linemen. They've done a great job, not only last week, but all season. And, you know, I think they're continuing to grow, continuing to gel, continuing to work together and to get better.
You mentioned Coach Brown. There was a moment during the game where they showed you having a conversation with him on the sideline. We talked a lot about the staff continuity of this program. How much of a benefit is it for you to, you know, not just Denbrock and Gino, but also Cook and Mike Brown, to be able to have a relationship with those guys that you can talk to them during the game, which you might not be able to do if it's someone brand new?
Yeah, no, it's huge. And Coach Brown, actually being a former quarterback, sometimes he sees kind of through our eyes and sees, you know, what we look at. And so, you know, it's good for me. You know, I can be able to talk to Coach Gino on the headset, and, you know, but I can't see reactions and I can't see face. And, you know, sometimes Coach Brown, he gives me that, and, you know, he gives me a sense of security, you know, on the sidelines of, you know, whether things are going bad, whether things are going good, and, you know, things that we can work on. So, you know, when I'm able to talk to him and he kind of can, you know, receive and relate to what I'm talking about, and, you know, also give me his perception of what his receivers and what they're thinking, kind of. So I think it's huge for me to have, you know, a guy like him on the sideline.
Does he remind you he was an All-American quarterback?
Yeah, he does every once in a while, and then I'll go watch him throw in pre-practice, and, you know, I start to second-guess myself sometimes.
Anything else? All right.
Thank you.
Thanks,